But yeah, send it on over, Rudy. Oh no, we're gonna watch what should have happened to this guy, because we're gonna watch a Brandon Herrera video, because I don't get to watch these enough, and I actually like watching his stuff and watching all of his gun stuff. So we're gonna be watching Brandon Herrera testing the Serbu 50 cal, which is a semi-automatic 50 caliber rifle. I almost said sniper rifle, and 50 cals aren't technically sniper rifles, they are anti-material guns, because you just make material disappear when you hit them. It's kind of just how they work. But yeah, we're gonna watch Brandon shoot a really nice gun that I can't afford, that I really want one. Oh no. That's gonna be hard. I won't succeed on that one. Anything kind of consensual tends to make me laugh. I haven't put out one recently, so I think I'm caught up. AMRs, yep.
3, 2, 1. Oh no! One of these days I will fucking learn.
Brandon, what'd you do?
There are a handful of semi-automatic 50 BMGs that have ever been made. Some of them including the Barrett, the AK-50, which I may be a bit biased, but I'm a little partial to. But one semi-auto 50 I don't think gets talked about enough is this bad boy right here. This is the Serbu BFG 50A.
I like that. I mean, it looks like a Barrett. It does in its aspects, but it almost looks, I wouldn't say cheaply built. It looks lighter. I mean, it looks nice, but it almost looks lighter, The GM6 links is pretty
Aside from
good.
looking like a bad Fortnite render of a Barrett, it's actually pretty neat. So today, we're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna blow some shit up.
Yeah, that sounds sexy. You gotta do just the hip fire with those things. There's something manly and badass about hip firing a 50 cal. He just came.
I'm certain there will come a day when 50 cal stop being cool, and I'll get over it. But it is not this day! So, ladies, gentlemen, the confused in between, this is the Serbu BFG 50A. And I know what you may be thinking. Brandon, that looks like a Barrett ordered on Temu. I get how you think that aesthetically, but it's actually a
Wish.com Barrett.
very, very different weapon system. The operating system is entirely different from the Barrett, something we'll get into in a bit. I'd also just say, it's kind of hard not to look like a Barrett in some degree, just because the Barrett was the first one to really just take a semi-automatic 50 cal and just make it man-portable and, fireable by a dude. So, certain proportions are gonna be the same no matter how you do it.
Yeah, 50 cals are kind of universal. They gotta be set up a certain way, because otherwise they don't work correctly, or they're the last time we watched Brandon fire a 50 cal, which he didn't actually fire. He just pulled a string and it blew up, because sometimes they're just made really shoddy.
The same people that are talking about when we do the AK-50, we get those comments every video. It's not an AK, it's just a Barrett, which I understand.
If I ever
if you ignore
have the money or am able to pay
basically
fire one, I will.
Down to big gun 50 cal, then yes, you'd be correct. They're identical. Go back to your Skittles and doom scrolling AI generated movie clips.
Why? Because yeah, 50 caliber for when you need to shoot a motherfucker behind your neighbor's fridge.
Now, a lot of you might hear the name Serbu in the context of 50 cals, and immediately your mind just goes to the accident with our friend Kentucky Ballistics. My first introduction to Serbu was watching Burn Notice and deciding that I needed the Serbu Super Shorty really badly. Fiona, I still love you. It's legitimately what started my fascination with the Makarov too. I'm like 90% sure. But the BFG-50A is something that I don't think really gets enough love. And partially, I think it's because not a lot of people really know about it. I mean, from a distance, or if you're really not paying attention, it does come off looking like a Barrett. But you know who does use the BFG-50A? Billy Butcher. The BFG-50A, for when you just have to take out a couple of...
Thank you to TacPack for sponsoring this video. Thank God that...
That was a good cutoff there, Brandon. That was a good cutoff. I wonder if Pepperbox was a different version of that.
Wasn't my femoral artery. TacPack is the ultimate subscription box where you can expect things like Mission First Tactical Butt Stocks, Next Level Charging Units, SOG Knives.
Yeah, that's a little bit. So he broke into your house, yes, and you shot him, yes, with a 50 caliber rifle. It was the closest thing nearby. You shot through your neighbor's house. I aimed a little high.
Tactical swag and tactical gloves. Backpacks, pistol grips, and more. I've tried calling animal control and it doesn't work. Anyway, the next TacPack Plus features a first-to-market AR part, firearm tools, and a $300 made-in-the-USA upgrade for your rifle. And between you and I, you can use code MAY590, which gets you a free...
I aimed a little high. Skill issue. I didn't want him walking away. Skill issue. Yeah, the neighbor's also really annoying. I wanted to blow up his sound system. All right, okay, we're gonna have to get you a destructive property. God damn it.
Tactical gift, bringing the total value of the package up to $590, which includes shit like the Mission First Tactical Tumbler. The Mission First Tactical Tumbler. So check out TacPack using the links in the description and in the pinned comment, and I won't have to kill Connor.
Now, with the name BFG-50, you might be thinking, well, 50 is called 50 BMG. And Mark is a guy who does everything for a reason, so I can only assume it's big fucking gun. Which,
Based.
Fair. It's called the BFG-50A because he has another gun called the BFG-50, which is not semi-automatic. But manual of arms.
Single shot, bolt action. Bolt action 50 caliber. All right, I'm down.
Also, it's really not that heavy. Picking it up, I figure that's worth noting. I think it's slightly lighter than the Barrett. It has the AR-15 style selector switch there, so semi-automatic and safe. A Barrett style magazine release.
Now you're killing, now you're not.
Style magazine. Charging handle on our right side. Very light. Pretty short Picatinny rail up top, and no rail on the bottom or anything except for this integrated bipod. Trigger pull is honestly pretty standard for a 50. Now, with all those Barrett-esque features,
probably like a 30-pound trigger pull. I would presume, because most 50 cals are pretty heavy for a trigger pull. You kind of you have a lot of tension when you're pulling back, which is needed.
Why is this unique from the Barrett? One is the operating system, which is a pretty significant difference. This is the Barrett M82A1. Now the Barrett,
which is a sexy 50 cal,
a short recoil system, which means when the gun is in lock,
more tension than a toxic. Oh geez, yeah, pretty much.
The motion of the barrel moving rearward is what unlocks the bolt and allows that to travel backward through the receiver, ejecting the cartridge or the casing and then loading the new cartridge. There is no gas system of any kind in the Barrett. It's all just short recoil. The barrel does not move on the Serbu. Instead, they have this direct impingement gas system. So it siphons off gas from the gas block here, feeds it through this tube back until it hits the bolt carrier, which then that gas hitting the bolt carrier is what unlocks the bolt, allowing the bolt carrier to travel through the receiver. Very similar to a big AR-15, except unlike the AR-15 that uses that gas tube to travel back and then into the bolt carrier itself as kind of that weird like internal piston thing, this one just directly smacks the bolt carrier and just pushes it back that way. So frankly, it's a little simpler. But one of the added benefits of this, again, is that the barrel doesn't move. So theoretically, you should be able to get better accuracy.
Also, once again,
In
we'd like
theory,
to
yeah.
thank the Sonoran Desert Institute for
Yeah, in theory, because the barrel doesn't move, it's not going to offshoot or move your zero, essentially. It's not going to make you move so much. You have to recenter for target. You can just put rounds downrange on target. 416 stroke piston. Yeah, it's a really nice one. It really is.
Channel. It hurts. Ignore him, he's a drama queen. If you'd like to get your start in gunsmithing and weapons technology, maybe consider checking out sdi.edu using the links in the description and in the pinned comment. Fuck off.
80 break. So I don't want to sound like fucking Nostradamus or anything like that, but I think
Makes sense,
that 50
Rudy.
cal could punch through an echelon can. So what we have instead is just a whole fuckload of echelon cans. But we know it's going to punch through this too, but it's probably going to look really fucking cool in slow-mo. That and I have to do this every video. I'm contractually obligated now. They have my soul. Echelon, let me go.
Let's face it, Echelon's pretty. If you guys have not grabbed Echelon yet, any of the Echelon flavors, check them out. They are actually really good. I actually thoroughly enjoy them. They're actually my energy drink of choice. So when I'm like driving home and I need that pick me up, great. Especially like their cherry lime cherry lime landmine. Jeez, I can't speak. Or their atomic cola. They're both really good, like amazing flavors. And then they have some other ones, and then they have spicier ones, like actual like spice, like mango jalapeno. So just check them out. Gamer subs for the win. And I need to start getting on gamer subs.
Kidding. What I'm not kidding about is the amazing flavor of Echelon.
I like
World's
Echelon
most
though.
violent product placement. 3, 2, 1. Jesus. It's just obliterated.
Yeah, that there's no Echelons left. Oh, looks like one survived. Oh, it looks like 2 survived.
Blast from the muzzle brake knocked over my fucking Echelon. Now, wherever will I buy more at drinkechelon.com? Looks like we got a couple survivors still, so fucking lay this shit on thick real quick.
That's awesome.
So now let's take this fucker apart.
That's awesome. I want one. I want that.
So, starting in the rear with this pin here, press this out. And then this little piece comes out of the back. Now this is a hydraulic recoil buffer, which is really cool. As you can see, it's pretty easy to just push this back with light force, but if you really try to go at it, it does a pretty good job
that's kind of
absorbing that.
that's
shock
kind of
force.
interesting.
Whereas we use a big ass spring on the back of the AK-50, he uses hydraulics, and there's pros and cons to both. But the gun's pretty soft shooting though, so between this and the big ass muzzle brake, clearly seems to work. And by the way, the vents on the muzzle brake are pointed backward. I mean, the Barrett does the same thing. I don't know why on this one in particular, it's just ever so much more unpleasant than the Barrett, because all the concussion of that 50 cal is just coming back at you, which does help with the recoil significantly. But man, fuck your spotter. Got a recoil spring comes out of the rear. Now the fun part, to take the bolt out, we got to take this charging handle out, and there's a button right in there you have to press.
As long as you don't hit the firing pin, you're fine. Yeah, you can't. You can pressure it and push it through if you put the correct pressure. But if you put too much pressure too quickly, it like automatically forces back. It's interesting. I mean, when you work on cars, you learn about how hydraulics work really quickly.
There we go. Helps when you have an extra set of hands.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. So now that that's out of the way, we can pull out our bolt carrier assembly. Anybody who has taken apart an AR-15, that should look pretty familiar. Now to remove the firing pin, we just switch this lever down. That comes free. So there's your titanium firing pin. There we go. Cam just drops out from the side like so. And our bolt is now free to come out of the front of the gun, exposing the cam groove, which is still a naughty word around the shop. Lots of AK-50 PTSD on that. And now when you take a look at our bolt here, we see a tri-lug bolt with a dual plunger style ejector and a helical tri-lug here. Something that we ended up having to integrate on the AK-50 as well. It was kind of a return to AK for us because, you know, the AK does have helical lugs as well. What this
fancy. He uses titanium, which is actually really good because titanium has really good heat dispersion, and is really like it closes up when it gets too hot, but it's got really good heat dispersion. That's why like the SR-71 was made out of all titanium, because when it heated up, it shrunk, which like made it very solid and really lightweight. But at the same time, when it wasn't heated up, yeah, there's a reason if an SR-71 was flying overhead and it just took off, you don't look up at it. You actually like get on indoors because you don't want jet fuel all over you.
Does on guns like this is allow the gun to essentially, or the bolt to unthread itself more or less from the barrel extension. And taking the lower off, this push pin here in the rear, push pin in the front. If I can get my fingernail under it. Fucker. There you go. And now our lower just comes out. Tube, Star Wars prop pistol. Yep, Foreman DK Bolter when? Seriously, when? FN, when can I go play?
I want to play with that thing so badly. I want to play with that FN gun so bad. I want to shoot it. It's a 30mm grenade launcher. Magazine fed grenade launcher. I want to shoot that so badly. So badly. This thing is fucking sexy. It's a fucking bolter. I please.
Play with that. Put the lower back on here. These push pins back in. Bolt back in place. Insert our cam pin. Drop our firing pin back in.
40mm.
Close that back up. Losing a firing pin, not good.
40mm cruise missile?
Take our charging handle.
That's scary.
Back forward here.
Is that the... No, that's the... They were talking about that, and that was kind of consensual where they were talking about where is essentially they put in the 40mm, the underbarrel of an M4 or M16, and then you have someone with a laser guide and they paint the target and you fire it. That's that one, isn't it? Oh yeah, that sounds awesome. It's just that sounds awesome and scary, and it's just as scary as the CQB AT4.
Get some encouragement. There we go. We'll take our recoil spring assembly. Put it there, back into the back of the bolt carrier. Shit like that is just like my AK roots, I guess. When shit's not working, hit it. Sometimes it even works on people. There we go. Close that back up. Throw that bad boy back in there. And we have a functioning 50 cal. You want to see a dead body? So you might remember this guy who's in slight need.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Of a little bit of reconstructive surgery. tore through, you know, who needs their orbital socket anyway? Yeah, when we blew up that Vulcan 50 cal in the last video, this was our shooter who just narrowly, I mean, I guess he survived? Definitely in need of an airlift to the hospital. He's gonna
CQB 50 caliber rifle because murder. Yeah, seriously. This is not a CQB weapon. Yet. You cannot make a 50 caliber rifle close quarters combat. You want to bet? You cannot make an AT4 close quarters combat weapon. You want to bet? Keep it up. We're working on CQB missile. I mean, technically that is what an AT4 is. Keep it up. We're working on a CQB tank round. Okay. Go and get a 14-inch CQB gun round through someone's chest.
be our sacrificial lamb for the Serbu today. And I almost felt bad about that. You know, I mean, the guy's just a victim of lack of consumer safety standards. But then I realized after his miraculous recovery, he joined a UN task force specifically dedicated to illegally confiscating American firearms. And that made what we're about to do feel like my civic duty. Now, before one of you journalists...
That's funny. $50 BMG. Oh my god. I mean, then you don't have to worry about shooting through your house, like shooting through hitting the person with the round and shooting through them, and then through your house and through your neighbor's house. Now all you have to worry about is the cleanup, because that's going to help. That's going to much. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a messy cleanup.
reaches out for comment, asking a stupid question such as, Brandon, do you really think it's funny to shoot at a target that you're pretending is a UN peacekeeper taking American firearms? Yes. Yes, I do. Showing foreign gun grabbers how serious we are about shall not be infringed in 3, 2, 1.
Damn, that was clean. That was clean. He's dead. But that was clean. Oh, he's smoking.
Well, I'll see y'all in the fucking mailer.
Oh, out the back?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that looked clean. Like, none of the brain's intact. Spinal cord's not.
Got him right in the center there. Peeled the fucking helmet off. I think we could do one better, though. Let's see. Don't want to lose that. Blew out his fucking spine, though, if you come over here. That was a spine delete, so his head's a little floppy.
Oh, yeah.
Round number 2 in 3.
Brains are fine.
1. There we go.
Brains aren't fine anymore. Yeah, that first shot was like perfectly stem of the neck to the skull. So, yeah, you're just off. You're just permanently off. There's no more thought process there, because everything's just brain's intact, so salvageable, but everything else is just you're not a functioning human anymore, because you're not even getting nerves down to tell your diaphragm to function, to breathe. Yeah, nothing's working. That's you're no longer a person.
There. Him again. Yeah, fuck it. Might as well.
Him again.
Oh no. Another. One of these days I'll learn. One of these days I will fucking learn.
I mean, it works. It's the blood of your enemies. You always want to be covered in it. Just saying.
Although I'm not having as bad a day as that guy.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
First round went like right through the teeth or like right above, and it missed the like. There's a bunch, like a mass of the gel and the fake blood packets and stuff like that that really like shows the explosive like expansion on the 50. So we missed all that the first time just because it went too low, popped out the spine. But those next two, man, those were just solid, just bangers. Now, you know, the same people that are going to get butthurt about me making fun of killing Europeans that tread on American ground to confiscate American firearms are the same ones that really enjoy that fucking hot dog on the 4th of July.
Weird how that works.
Might want to read about the founding of the country. So overall, I think this is a really neat weapon system. And I really do have to give a lot of kudos to Mark Serbu, obviously, of the creator of Serbu Firearms. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Mark's a really clever guy, and he's actually helped us out a lot and given us a lot of free advice over the years when it comes to just learning how semi-auto 50s work and helping us with different design elements that we're getting stuck on with the AK-50 and things like that.
That's awesome.
All the way back to, I think, like 2017. Just
awesome that Mike helped them design the AK-50, which I need Brandon to go ahead and hurry up and get it like foundationally secure where he feels like he can sell it and get a distributor, because I want one. Brandon, I want one. Gib AK-50. I want one.
Various shoots or SHOT Show, things like that. Mark has taken an interest on our project and was never shy about steering us in the right direction. He might politely call you a fucking dumbass while he's helping you out, but it could also save you weeks of absolute fucking...
Use the word that you want to use there, Brandon. You have the pass. You could have called yourself a retard. You have the pass.
How'd you solve the extractor problem? So Mark, giving you flowers here a little bit. Like, not literally. That's kind of gay. Appreciate all the help over the years. Enjoyed your gun. And speaking of enjoying the gun, ladies and gentlemen, the Serbu BFG-50A. Might look like the Barrett at home, but there's a little bit more that meets the eye. Anyhow, this is just one of my more recent acquisitions when it comes to 50 cals. Big fan of 50s. It's got a soft spot in my heart. So I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did. Still got some really cool range videos coming up that we've been working hard on. So if you don't want to miss those, be sure to subscribe. And with that, as always, I appreciate you staying all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you sexy YouTube mother lovers in the news article. Bye.
Yeah, Brandon can't just say the next one because he's going to be under media is going to grab a hold of this and they're going to have a field day with this one. Almost as much as they had a field day with the owning a copy of Mein Kampf. And him shooting the STG-44, you know, because they like poking fun at that.
Does this have a fucking safety? That's gay. Adding a safety to a fucking Glock. Looks like we got 1 or 2 survivors, so handle that shit real quick. All right, hide over bore, motherfucker. Hide over bore.
I want that. That's
The
cool little
confused
Glock.
in between. This is a fuck. Parrot. Freudian slip.
I want that. That's a cool Glock. I want one. I gotta see this. I gotta look at this. 750 grain jacketed hollow point. I feel bad for whoever gets hit by that. Oh yeah, they're only $10 around, Rudy. They're only $10 around. have a 50 cal. I'll buy some.